I'm not a test taker, so I play football for me. But at the end of the day, man, I don't got nothing to prove to nobody, so I'm not gonna sit here and explain how I process football. The people who are making the picks know what I can do, so that's all that matters to me.
C.J. Stroud basically told him that I'm not a test taker. I'm here to play football. And the Houston Texans do agree, taking him at number 2. I'm very happy for C.J., considering that all he's been through right leading up to the draft. A lot of nonsense. Well, we don't know if it was nonsense or not nonsense that he scored very low on that S2 test. There's no documents that we can review and look at and compare his score plus all the other people's scores. So that in itself. But even if the rumor was true, it didn't bother him getting drafted number 2. Who else was Houston going to draft, considering that they needed QB? Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud were considered the 2 top quarterbacks in college. And that's how I looked at it, and a lot of other people looked at it. The other quarterbacks taken after them were considered projects and had a lot of the things to work on. I wonder how C.J. Stroud is feeling right now. Apparently he's feeling pretty good. He's still staying alive, so that's good to hear. Congrats to CJ for making it. So what's going to happen with CJ's career going forward? Well, I mean, to be successful in the NFL, you have to be on a good team. You got to have that good offensive line, good running backs, etc., and a good defense to keep the other team from scoring. So it's not just the QB. It's a team effort. It's about the whole compartments to the other team components. Time will only tell if there was a good pick and how his career will play out. But besides all this mumbo jumbo, if you look at C.J. Stroud last year and the year before, the last 2 years, I mean, he was one of the better passers in college. There's just no denying that. And for him to all the talk about he was going to fall down, the low test, and we shouldn't take him. If you had a low test, you'll never get to be successful in NFL. A lot of that meant hogwash. Just put the tape on. It depends on the person. It depends on the QB who's playing. So, and plus, if you listen to him in interviews and etc., he seems like a very humble person, very young, humble man. He seems like a good guy who wants to do better and do well for all around him. A caring person. I wish C.J. Stroud could have stayed at Ohio State because actually, who's going to replace him? That's hard to say. So let's look at the other Buckeyes that were drafted. Of course, round 1 to C.J. Stroud. Round 1, Paris Johnson to the Cardinals. And round 1, wide receiver Smith Njigba to Seattle. Round 3, Zach Harrison to Atlanta. Going down here, round 4, DeJuan Jones to the Cleveland Browns. And down here, Luke Weipler to the Cleveland Browns, round 6. Thing about Luke is that he should have stayed in college. If you're going to get picked 6th in the NFL draft, or the 6th round, you should have stayed in college. Luke, he still could have went back to Ohio State for more year, got bigger and stronger, and that was a knock on him. Work on his techniques. Now we're out of a center at Ohio State. Luke has stayed one more year, improved his stock position, and we would have been better on the offensive line. Now we need to replace 3 offensive starters on that O-line. So that's something else. And Luke, he's not going to be making that much. If he would have got picked in the 3rd round or before that, he'd be making a heck of a lot more money. I wish Luke would have stayed the center of Ohio State. It's obviously now, I don't know what got into his ear. If you're a Buckeye fan, please subscribe for the next video, and I'll see you then. Bye.